My name is Monica Benes and I am an international business and management student at the Hague University of Applied Sciences. This is a business ethics and sustainability video, and this is to give you a brief summary of Cradle to Cradle. Okay, Cradle to Cradle considers not just minimizing the damage, but proposes how contemporary waste and using of resources can be avoided by sticking to a cyclical waste is food principle. Cradle to Cradle, also known as C to C, identifies three key principles. The first principle is waste is food. The second one is use current solar income, and the third one is celebrate diversity. Cradle to Cradle started when Michael Braungart and his colleague initiated the vision of upcycling based on a system of life cycle development in the year 1990. When William McDonough and Michael Braungart met at an Environmental Protection Agency reception in New York City, they began discussing toxicity and design. They were immediately interested in working together to create a better world for each other. After years of working together, they wrote a book called Cradle to Cradle, Remaking the Way We Make Things. This is a 2002 nonfiction book, and it is a manifesto detailing how to achieve their Cradle to Cradle design module. And this basically calls for a radical change in the industry. Okay, Cradle to Cradle in business is applied through a combination of operational principles and certification schemes. According to The Guardian, back in 2013, Adriana Santonosito, a fashion student in Milan, and her friend looked into whether anything useful could be done with the vast amounts of orange peel left behind by juicing machine. Now, based on the fact that the fashion industry is the second biggest polluter, they discovered that when you squeeze the orange at an industrial level, half of it is waste that has to be disposed of. Some companies were actually sued because they weren't disposing the orange waste in the right way and were just dumping it in the fields. After this discovery, they started working with a Polytechnic University of Milan. They developed and patented a process that attracted 500,000 euros in funding from private investors. These investors were the EU and the H&M Foundation. They are now elaborating with Bonisa, which is an orange producer, to turn the peel into a silk-like fabric, which is called orange fiber. Okay, so looking at a company example of Cradle to Cradle is the Herman Miller products. Okay, so as the work on the Myra chair illustrates, which is sorry, a design, one of the products of Herman Miller. Okay, so they design products that are made entirely from combination of technical and biological nutrients, and this seems to be a challenging path for them to choose. However, Herman Miller has committed substantial organizational resources to designing its products to be ecologically healthy and to evaluating the extent to which its products achieve that goal. Creating cradle to cradle products is a journey, and Herman Miller, with the help from MBDC, is now learning how to walk down this path. So, in my opinion, this is a good example of sustainable products, or it will be when they start uh, using this method. Okay, so in my opinion, the overall finance reviews that the pursuit of cradle to cradle optimization and the certification helps companies to become a runner to the circular economy, providing them with a competitive advantage. It also gives them the eligibility to sell to federal agencies under the US EPA. Although this is a challenging path, I suggest that firms adapt to this cradle to cradle movement and help save the world against pollution. Thank you very much.